Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a huge question for every single marketer. How do you really know what's working? We're going to explore how marketing measurement is taking this giant leap, from basically looking backwards to actually predicting the future. Let's get right into it.
So think about this. You get your monthly reports, you see all the numbers, but do you ever get that nagging feeling that something's just missing? That you're not really seeing the complete picture of how a customer found you? Well, that's the big problem we're going to unpack today.
For years, we marketers have essentially been driving while looking in the rearview mirror. We've been using these traditional attribution models that tell us what already happened. And look, they were fine for a simpler time, but they just aren't built for the wild, complex world of digital marketing today.
And the pressure is on now more than ever, right? The customer journey is this chaotic web of different channels and devices. Budgets are under a microscope, and you have to justify every single dollar with data. And we're expected to make smart decisions in real time, not weeks later. The old ways just can't keep up with the speed of business today.
Let's talk about the main culprit here, last-click attribution. It's simple, I'll give it that. It basically says that whatever a customer clicked on right before they converted gets all the glory, 100% of it. But what about that blog post they read a week ago? Or that awareness video they saw last month that got them interested in the first place? According to this model, nope, those didn't matter at all.
And this really highlights the fundamental trade-off. Sure, these models are simple, but their shortfalls are just massive. They create this huge bias toward the channels that close the deal, completely ignoring all the hard work that built trust and educated customers along the way. You're just left with this flat, incomplete snapshot of the real journey.
Okay, so this is where artificial intelligence completely changes the game. AI is what allows us to move beyond that one final click and finally see the entire, complex customer journey for what it truly is. It's about shifting from a backward-looking report to a forward-looking decision engine.
And AI brings some serious superpowers to the table. We're talking about the ability to handle multi-touch attribution at scale, to predict the impact of budget changes before you actually make them, and even to integrate with high-level strategies like marketing mix modeling. And maybe most importantly, it can finally track users as they hop between their laptop and their phone, connecting all those dots.
And when you put it side by side like this, the difference is just crystal clear. The traditional approach is static and limited. The AI-assisted approach is dynamic, it's learning, it's forward-looking. Instead of giving all the credit to one single touchpoint, it assigns value based on the actual contribution. This is the huge shift from just reporting on the past to actively shaping the future.
So how does this actually work day to day? Well, it's not a set-it-and-forget-it kind of tool. You really need to think of it as a continuous cycle, like a living system that is constantly learning and refining itself to make your marketing smarter.
This cycle kicks off with data. First, the system captures and pulls together information from all of your channels. Then, the AI models get to work assigning a value to every single touchpoint. This generates real, actionable insights. Things like shift 10% of your budget from channel X to channel Y. And finally, it validates the performance of that change and feeds the results right back into the model, making it even smarter for the next time. It's this awesome, perpetual feedback loop.
And the payoff here is huge. You can reallocate your budget to the winning channels in hours, not weeks. You can see which ad creative is actually driving consideration versus which one is closing the deal. You can even use predictive models to plan for big seasonal pushes with incredible accuracy. This is all about making faster, data-led decisions that directly improve your ROI.
Now, it is so crucial to be realistic here. AI is an incredibly powerful co-pilot for marketers, but it is not an autopilot. There are some very real challenges and limitations that you absolutely need to be aware of before you just hand over the keys.
You know, your AI is only as good as the data you feed it. Garbage in, garbage out. It's totally true. You also have to be really careful that the model doesn't just inherit biases from your old data. And of course, you've got the walled gardens of major platforms, think Google and Meta, who limit how much data they share. This means no tool has perfect visibility, which is exactly why human oversight is absolutely essential.
Okay, so knowing all the power and the potential pitfalls, how do you actually get started with this stuff? Let's break it down into a practical action plan that you can take back to your team tomorrow. Here it is. Step 1. Audit what you're doing right now. Find the blind spots. Step 2. Get your data house in order. Integrate your sources, clean everything up. Third, choose the right AI model for your specific needs. Fourth, and this one is key, establish human checkpoints. And finally, treat it like a living process. You have to monitor, refine, and recalibrate it constantly. This quote from upGrowth, whose research helped inform this explainer, just sums it all up perfectly. Using last click today is literally like trying to navigate a highway by only looking behind you. It's not just outdated, it is genuinely dangerous for your business.
Ultimately, this isn't about technology replacing marketers. The future is about finding the right balance. It's all about combining the incredible analytical power of AI with the strategic vision, the creativity, and the oversight that only a human can provide.
And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Look at your own dashboards, your own reports, your own strategy. Are you still navigating with that rearview mirror, or is your attribution strategy truly built for the road ahead? Thanks for watching.